Hey everybody, my name's Jackson. We've introduced ourselves, but I know I'm bad at like remembering names, so I just thought it'd be easier just to be like, say my name, and to go over my first like artifact that like I find really important are like these pair of shoes. They're my climbing shoes. This is like one of my like favorite pastimes to do. My best friends Michael and Cameron got it me into rock climbing the summer before my freshman year of college. So back in 2018 July, and then I started really getting into rock climbing November of 2018. Um, these climbing shoes, at least to me, are like really interesting because they like curve down. So if, like you were gonna set them down like flat, you'd see this like little like concave down lip, and they're like just like really cool. I love the design of these. I just think they're like really unique, like the vibrant colors, and that's something that I don't usually wear. So like having like something that different from what I usually wear, because I like wearing like black, reds, like kind of darker colors. But these are like important to me just because they represent like one of my favorite hobbies that I like to do. It's something that I can do alone, by myself or with a group of people. And when I like doing it alone, it gives me like time to like reflect on the day, and a way to like keep my body like somewhat in shape because it like works out my whole body. Ironically, like I love rock climbing outdoors as well, but I hate hiking. I think hiking is like I hate hiking. I don't know why. Like I just don't like walking up hills. And to get to some rock climbing sites, I have to hike. So it's just this like irony. Like the only exception is like I like walking around Tahoe. Like that's great. And since Nevada has, or let me rephrase that, Reno more specifically has Tahoe like basically in its backyard, so I can go rock climbing up there. And I love walking up there. It's a shame with the fires, but it's something like that has given me like a lot of like opportunities to like keep my body somewhat in shape, and keep these like relationships with my friends that I honestly didn't think was gonna last past that summer, and we've been friends continually through college. We've known each other since middle school, but it's just like interesting that like I like associate it like rock climbing with that to an extent. I've also like got my sisters into rock climbing a little bit. My youngest sister, she's 11. I bought her rock climbing shoes. She doesn't do it all the time just because she's like super busy. But it's just like interesting that like this like hobby like allowed me to like strengthen like relationships that I have with people. Um, my next artifact is my hydro flask. I always used to have a problem drinking water, so I bought an expensive water bottle, $50. So kind of expensive. But since it's expensive, I'm like, oh, I need to get my money's worth. So some weird like psychological association. But the reason I have this as one of my artifacts is because every like sticker I have on there like has like personal meaning. Like for example, like this is my favorite sticker, the Amazing Gambino. I love Childish Gambino. He's one of my top five artists, and that doesn't have to be in order. I think he makes great music that is culturally like different from the norm. Maybe not like now, but like a lot of his older stuff is just like great. Has a lot of like specific like meaning with like how everything is arranged, what he says, and like that's of course come with music, but just on this like different level, it's great. I have a band sticker, favorite shoe brand, hands down. May not be great to wear all the time, but I think that's just it's just a timeless shoe to me. I have a rock climbing sticker. Uh, as with the last artifact, this is like something that I love to do. And then I have Wingsap. These are two artists that I also like. It's Tyler the Creator and ASAP Rocky. I've seen both of them in concert. It was great. I have like videos of the three times I've seen Tyler, because I saw Tyler back in 2019 when he came to Reno, and then at 2019 at his music festival, Camp Flogda in LA, when he brought out like Lil Uzi Vert, ASAP Rocky, and Drake. that was really cool. And then I saw him at Lollapalooza this year on my birthday, which that was just great. I was like super close, and he like just like created this like experience that like didn't take me out of reality, but like he was there to like have fun. And whereas like most artists talked about the coronavirus, like, oh, this sucks, like he didn't mention it. He tried to like, to me, like create like just this like show, and you were there like watching it happen, and it was great. And then my next artifact is this tie-dyed Grateful Dead t-shirt. I don't listen to the Grateful Dead that much, personally, just to be honest. Like, I know, like, if you have a band team, like, you're a fan. My grandpa, he loves the Grateful Dead. He has a tattoo on his right leg, at the back, and he loves the Grateful Dead. And he just gives me shirts. I like the designs, and I've listened to him a little bit, not as much now, just because I've gotten older. But my grandpa's like one of my like, to me, like closest people that like I like to go to for advice. He always makes me food, which I love food. I think everyone loves food, but that's someone I genuinely like care about, and will like go and actually reach out to see them. And it's honestly like one of my more important shirts. Like, I recently just got it. I have other Grateful Dead shirts that he got me. This was just the first one that I got. I think the colors are great, but just the significance that like my grandpa gave it to me. I know this was his, because it's like two sizes too big for me. I like feel like stick wearing it, but it's a cool T-shirt. And I know like for him to give it to me, like it is important. So I do care about that, because he's 70. Like that, yeah, that's like not old, but like that is older. That's 50 years older than I am, basically. Or sorry, 18 years older than I am. Well, he's not 70, he's almost 70, but besides the fact, or sorry, not 18, but 50, like he's like 40 years older than me, so like it's my grandpa. And yeah. My next is this is my favorite hat. One of my friends from my work bought this for me. It's fake. It's a clothing brand called Golf Wang. I think it's great because like I'm not super big into streetwear. This is like one of the only streetwear brands that I personally like. So I don't really like Supreme. I have a Supreme sticker just because I'm basic. But this is cool just because I wasn't really expecting it. I got this back in 2019. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'm super into Golf Wang, and like my friend, like we did like a Christmas drawing, and she had my name, and like she was just like super like secretive about it, and it was just awesome to like receive something like this. So having that thought process, and then this is basic as well, but I love white Vans. Vans is my favorite shoe brand. I wear other shoe brands, of course, but the reason I like white Vans is like I love like getting them dirty. I think getting them dirty, like you get them dirty like each a different way, and like each way is dirty is like specific to you. So it's kind of like jeans, like how like jeans like specifically like form to you. And I think like every like scuff or like event that you got them dirty like holds that significance. So these specific shoes I wore to Lollapalooza. I got them like just scuffed because like people were stepping on them, we were jumping. It was great. I specifically remember wearing these at Playboy Cardi set where like people were moshing, people were like pushing each other. I saw a girl get hit with like a boot, hit her in the face. It was awful. Like blood was coming out. She like ran away. Another time that I was wearing white Vans was at Camp Flogna 2019. I was at Brockhampton's set, and I was like in the mosh pits, and my shoe came off. I lost one of my shoes in there, and I had to like leave because I was getting my foot stepped on, and that was crazy. And that was cool because like surprisingly still have that one shoe I didn't lose as like the significance. So like I like white Vans just because like you can get them dirty. Like you can get every shoe dirty, but like every like Vans specifically, like especially like white Vans, like I just think like each like scuff you get or each like scratch per se is like just like unique to you and like adds like another like depth to the shoe, as well as like I feel like Vans goes through like phases. Like you have that pristine shoe and you're like, oh, this is great to wear, but then like you get them like scuffed and broken in and you're like, okay, that's great, but then you also have those like torn Vans where like those have been through a lot, and that's like another level. So like there's like 3 levels, and like the in-betweens are just like they're okay, but there's like those 3 like great times to have Vans. Also, like I've worn Vans most of my life. My mom loved Vans when she was my age, and kind of like passed that on to me. My grandpa wears Vans. Like he's worn Vans. He's old, so he's worn them for a minute. Even my dad wears Vans. My sister and I love Vans. I have like 6 boxes in my closet upstairs. That's a little bit weird. Yeah, I know. I have Spider-Man themed Vans that I don't wear that often because like I want to keep them in great condition because I don't make them. That's cool. But yeah, I'm kind of like a nerd for Vans. And I got the sticker. This is a great shoe too. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like that popularized the movie, and that movie's great too. But yeah, I know like these are material, but like I still try to like they do have like a significance to my family. Then this is a black windbreaker. I I have like a lot of windbreakers, but this is one of my favorite windbreakers just because of like the significance it has. I wore this at my first concert with my first like music festival with my best friend. Like I wore this there. Like that holds a lot of value. I gone climbing in this a lot. This is like my go-to. I'm surprised it hasn't broken down, but climbing a lot. It's just like one of my like essentials that like I'll wear like if it's blizzarding, raining. I've even worn this in the like hot sun. I use this to go to the lake all the time. And it's just like kind of like something that like I hold dear to my like self. It doesn't have like any like familial connection or like culturally like relevant connection, but it's something that I like care about just because it's like I can wear this in the rain. The wind won't hurt me, and then like if it's like super cold, I can put it under a jacket because like I have a lot of jackets that don't have hoods, so like I can have this and it still like fits, and it's just something like I've had for like 5 years now. It's almost 5 years. Well, it's gonna be 5 years in 2022, but besides the fact, it's just like a great like something that's like really important to me. Then I've been saying it a lot, but I have like a lot of like lanyards from like concert merch or like festival merch. So this is what I got with my Lollapalooza ticket. I went there this year, but it's something that I care about. Like I love going to music festivals. I think seeing like live music just adds like another like depth to music that like can strengthen like your love for an artist or introduce you to new artists, and I just like going to them. I have tickets for Coachella 2022, which is interesting because like that got canceled in 2020, and you know because continued. I also have tickets for Day in Vegas, so I'm really excited to see Kendrick Lamar and Travis Scott. But yeah, like I love going to concerts and music festivals. I think my favorite concert was Tyler the Creator when he came to Reno, just because it felt like super personalized. Plus, there was like people I was there with a lot. Then yeah, give me one sec. My dog's like crying because he's trying to go out. You guys want to see him? This is my dog. His name's Han Solo. He's named after my favorite Star Wars character. That was also my dad's dog. Her name's Boots, but I don't want to say like my dog's like an artifact, but he is like something like I super care about. He's 2 years old. I got him in 2019 this summer, into my sophomore year after I finished my freshman year. That was amazing just because like I got him when he was 8 weeks old. Went out to like the boonies in the middle of Loyalton. That was just weird. I took my best friend Michael because I was like, I don't want to die. Like, I don't trust these people. And he came, and I went and like picked him out. He was the only Husky Lab mix that was completely blonde. He has brown eyes where the other puppies had like one brown eye and one blue eye, which that was pretty, but he was the only one who was like purely like blonde and had the same coat, so it was like super cool. He's amazing. I love him. I love how like he's like kind of, how do I say this, like petty. Like I'll walk in the door and he's like, "Oh, where have you been all day? I love you." Like he's coming up giving me loves. And then as soon as I'm like, "Hey, like let's go to bed," like he'll just run into my mom's room and be like, "I don't want to see you anymore." And it's just like, it's great. I love him. He's kind of annoying. But yeah. Then here is my favorite picture. Okay, well, I love pictures in general, but this is my favorite picture. This is my favorite picture of my dog. I took a while. I'm driving, so I'm awful. I'm an awful driver for doing this, but it's just like I saw him and I had the moment, and it's just something like haven't like if I didn't take it in that moment, I wouldn't have gotten it. I made this my lock screen just because it's amazing, but yeah. And then I do have a tattoo, which is kind of different. It is on my shoulder. It's the Hurley sign. It's black. I don't really want to take my shirt off just because it's a little bit weird for this. But I can like show you the logo. It's kind of like this. It's just black on my right shoulder. This was my uncle's favorite t-shirt brand, and in 2017 he died. We were also really close, but that also led to my grandpa and I becoming like closer just because that was his son, and then that happened. But it's kind of like my way of like having him always like with me, because we were super close and I knew this was his favorite t-shirt brand, and he also had the Hurley sign like tattooed on the same position, like just, or no, he had the Hurley sign tattooed right here on his like bicep. But just like the significance of like, I don't necessarily like, I like some of their t-shirts, but it's more like important that I like have something that I know he liked, and like having that like memory always there is like, I have like him there, because like necessarily like, I'm not gonna talk about that, but like it's just like I always have like a piece of them there with me. But yeah, so like those are like my like most important artifacts. Like that's not necessarily like all of them, but those are like the 10 that like I wanted to share with you just because they do have like a special place like with me. But yeah, like I can't wait to see everyone else's, and like thank you for watching my video.